Hello dear students, let us start our discussion about new chapter Magnetism and Matter. What is the magnetism? The phenomena of attracting magnetic substances like iron, nickel, cobalt, etc. towards itself by any object is known as magnetism possessed by that object. Then what are the magnet? What do you mean by magnet? A body possessing the property of magnetism is called magnets. And what is magnetic pole? A magnetic pole is a point near the end of the magnet where magnetism is concentrated. At the magnetic pole, the intensity of the magnetic field is very high. Our magnetic field, the value of the magnetic field is very high. So what is the magnetic field? This can be defined right here. Now what is the Earth's magnet? As we know that Earth is a natural magnet, and the magnetism property acquired by the Earth is due to the rotation of Earth and the liquid form of the nickel and iron present in the inner mantle of the Earth. So due to the rotation of Earth, the melting form of nickel and iron rotates it around the Earth's rotational orbit, and a particular current is generated inside the Earth due to the rotation of the charged particle present in the molten stage of the nickel and iron. That is also known as dynamo effect, by which the Earth possesses magnetism. So Earth is a natural magnet. Okay. Now what is magnetic field? The region around a magnet in which it exerts force on the other magnets and on objects made of iron is a magnetic field. So all these are the basic concepts related to magnetism, and the term magnet were derived from the name of island of Greece, that is Magnesia, and the magnetic ore were deposit found on the soils of that island. When Shepherd goes there, then they found that their wooden shoes which contains nail would stay stuck to the ground, and their iron tipped stick is also stuck to the ground. They complain it, and the name of the magnet is found from the property of the soil founding at that place, that is known as Magnesia. So on the basis of the name of place, the property contained by the soil or material, that is known as magnet. A victory trail of Huang Ti, a king, Chinese king, Lian, and he writes that king contains a statue of made by the iron, and the iron contains a magnetic property. That is, statue fixed at the chariot of the king is made up by the irons and also the magnetic property. And there was a symbol made in the statue by a particular finger indicated in the direction, and the direction indicated by the finger of the statue is always towards the south. And with the help of that statue, king defeats their enemies by attacking them behind side. So when the chariot rotates or moves around on the plane, then the indication in the direction indicated by the finger of the statue is always fixed around the south direction. It means the statue is free to rotate around the fixed axis. Okay, so that time of volunteer, that is also known as in present time, that is engineers. So they made this type of chariot for his king, and different types of also examples are present about the magnet and magnetic properties. So this is all about the simple basic concept. Now let us come to our topic, that is bar magnet. What are bar magnet and what are the basic properties of bar magnet? Let us see. So bar magnet, a freely suspended magnet aligned itself along the north-south direction. Suppose that if you have a bar magnet and you suspended it freely by a massless thread at its center of mass, then it always aligned in north-south direction. The pole, the portion of the magnet which indicates or which aligned in the north direction, that is known as north pole, and the pole or the part which indicates the along south direction, that is south pole of the bar magnet. Okay, now unlike poles attract each other and like poles repels each other. Suppose that if you have two bar magnets and you are taking close two bar magnets with the same poles, then you are finding that they are repulsing each other. And if you are closing the opposite poles of the two magnets, that is north of one and south of other, they then stick each other easily. So unlike poles attracts and like poles repel each other. Now magnetic poles always exist in pairs. It means there is impossible to create a single pole of any magnet. It means always magnetic poles are present in pairs, that is poles can not be separated. Okay, a magnet can induce magnetism in other magnetic substances. Suppose that if a magnetic substance can place nearby a magnet, then that magnetic substance can induce a magnetism. We can test the properties of magnetism induced in that substance by a magnetization test, and the magnetization test can be surely confirmed with the help of the repulsion. Suppose that if we place iron or nickel, that is a magnetic substance, nearby a pole of magnet, that is towards north pole, then this is stuck towards the north pole. But if this magnetic substance will place toward the south pole of the magnet, then this will also stick to the south pole. Then how can we guess that this magnetic substance which when placed at the magnetic pole, then this will magnetized? This can be easily assumed that when this magnetic substance can be placed near the magnet by a single pole, then this can be magnetized, and one of the pole which is near at the north pole, that becomes south, and that which is away from the north pole, that becomes north pole. So if we place another bar magnet towards the second portion of the magnetic substance, then the north pole of bar magnet repels this magnetic substance, and this test confirmed that this magnetic substance is magnetized. It can be understood by a simple graph like it. This is a bar magnet and this one is the north pole, this one is the south pole. If we place a iron rod, suppose that this is iron rod, if this iron rod is placed towards the north pole of bar magnet, then this magnetic substance can be magnetized, and this one becomes the south pole and this becomes the north pole, and this magnetic substance becomes magnetized. It can be easily experienced or confirmed that when we place another bar magnet near to this portion of the magnetic substance and north pole of this, so this north pole of bar magnets repels this magnetic substance, while same magnetic substance can attract by the both portion of the single bar magnet. It means if this were placed towards north, then will attract it, and if the second portion of the magnetic substance will place to the north, then it will also attracted. It means, but when such type of substance is placed between the two magnets, then it will if it will attract by one, then repulse by the other. So repulsion provides the sure test of the magnetization. Okay, now it attracts the magnetic substances. Okay, so bar magnet always attracts the magnetic substance. All these properties of a bar magnet. In tomorrow lecture we will provide a simple activity in which you can draw what is the form of the magnetic field line around a bar magnet and what is its nature and what are the direction of magnetic field lines presenting by a bar magnet. Okay, till now take care, thank you.